found recently an apparent proliferation of possible uses or believed uses of garlic for medicinal purposes. The ways in which people think it might be helpful seem to be multiplying. As a possible fungicide, bactericide, as a possible chelating agent, that is to clear toxic heavy metals out of the body, which would cause things like dementia and Alzheimer's, autism, and various mental disorders, and as something that would just basically cure diseases and energize people. Some of the beliefs of garlic being helpful go back to ancient times, but recently they seem to have expanded in terms of what people believe can be done with garlic. This has coincided with a reduction in the depiction of vampires as disease-carrying agents. It used to be that they're essentially inseparable. In the Nosferatu movie, the vampire looks like a rat, and he comes in on a plague ship. And the plague is a physical threat to everyone, and his follower is someone who is mentally unhealthy and has been confined to an asylum. So there's a very explicit relationship between vampires as a method of spreading physical and mental disease in the movie Nosferatu. In recent years, there's been almost an inversion of that. There's been an increasing depiction of not only as vampires as attractive and clean, but as doctors. One of these is the adopted father of Edward in Twilight. So this has happened at the same time that there's been this upsurge in the means of dealing with disease and repelling vampires, which is garlic. Surprisingly, I've found in looking up some sources on this that the concept of vampires as metaphors for institutional parasitism go back to at least 1751, and I'll leave an article, among others, showing where I read this. So I was really surprised, because in recent years, of course, I've felt like it's a very difficult message to get out, to tell people about this sort of thing, and something that they should know about, and something that I thought was underreported. But it's been reported quite openly and widely in the past. So I was really quite surprised to see this dichotomy come up, and how much the basic message has been undermined. There are two ways that this is done, in that the institutional vampire passes itself off as an individual. So when the individual gets targeted and taken down, the institution can still survive. So the institution is the predator that masquerades as its own prey. But also, the individual depicted is one also carrying on a form of masquerade, in that it's the person spreading disease in the guise of someone who is supposed to be curing and healing it.